Oh, that's not right. Feels like crap. Welcome back to Planning for Adventure. In today's episode, we've got the book launch. If you didn't know, the past few episodes, I've kind of been talking about it. I wrote a book this past year, which has been the first novel that I've ever written. I've been working with world building and character development and things like that for years, but putting everything together and making one cohesive novel that is purely my own story, this has been a first, and it's been really, really exciting. Obviously, there are lots of different ways you can go when it comes to how you're going to publish your book. I decided to go the self-publishing way because I have my chronic difficulties and things like that. I didn't want to be under anybody else's deadline or anything like that. I like having a little bit of control, knowing that my life tends to be very all over the place.
I'm in love with this. I love doing this. I love writing.
So it's now available on Amazon.com, Amazon.se, Amazon.ca, all of the Amazons basically. I decided that I wanted to host a launch party in a cafe because the book is set in a cafe. Well, not the entire book, but it is A Secret of Blood and Brownies. So there are definite cafe and cozy murder mystery elements in it, as well as a little bit of romance. And a cafe just felt like, what the heck? Of course it's supposed to be in a cafe. And we just happened to have a friend of the family who has a cafe. So I was like, you know what? Could we possibly be at your place? And she said yes. So I'm bringing you guys along for the book launch. If you guys do like these videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe because it would really, really help the channel. But life is messy. We're into fall, and seasonal changes are often rough when it comes to chronic pain. There were so many things that I wanted to do that got thrown off track by flares and doctor's visits. And that's hard to deal with both physically and emotionally.
I feel like I can't move. It just hurts too much. So freaking tired. It just feels like crap. It is a really rough start of the day. I can't talk. It is a rough morning, and it was a rough night last night. My pain levels are just skyrocketing, and it is difficult to do anything that needs me to move my body, which is basically most things. Some days you have more energy, some days you have less. Today is a less day, and that means cold brew coffee and a goober sandwich. I do have some orange slices as well to keep it a little bit healthy, but I don't have the energy, and that has to be okay. Why? Because it has to be, because it's all I got. Last night, this arrived by delivery. So I finally got the copies for A Secret of Blood and Brownies. It is available for sale now in paperback and ebook on Amazon, and the book launch is planned. So there's a lot of good stuff going on and a lot of fun things happening. And I'm just gonna get through this flare and celebrate when I feel a little bit better. I'll be celebrating all the way till I feel better. Dag nabbit. But yeah, so finally getting to hold my own physical book feels pretty dang cool. So in all honesty, I was prepared that it was going to say 2026 because when I got the proof copy, I was like, oh, that's not right. Yeah, I made a boo-boo. So the first batch will be books from the future, apparently. This is why people get a proof copy and wait till they've looked at it before they order 50 books. In my defense, though, I was super stressed about the books not arriving in time for the book launch, the 10th. So tomorrow is the book launch, and I am preparing a bunch of things. The kids are helping me out a little bit. Mom's gonna come over. We are starting up a cozy simmer pot, though, because I like it when the place smells like harvest. I found this pot at the secondhand store last summer, and I am in love with it for doing simmer pots. Just adding a bunch of spices, getting the ambiance going, it's amazing. I wanted to have some kind of party favor for the book launch, and it made sense to do the bookmarks that I have for sale in my Etsy store. I love these, and I mean, it's bookmarks, obviously. It's perfect. So Mom had asked me if I needed any help, and she came over to help me with the bookmarks and cutting things out and all of that stuff. But getting to spend the evening with my oldest son, that was really fun as well. I didn't think that he'd be sticking around, but he did, and he did an amazing job cutting things out and helping me with all the assembling and things like that. Excellent bookmark maker, Elliot. So the book launch is in 3 hours, 4 hours? How many hours? 4 hours. The book launch is in 4 hours, and I had a last minute idea. I'm gonna do like a quiz with different websites, and the different websites will take you to the answer to the question, and they all kind of have something to do with the book. Let's be honest, I just didn't feel that I got to laminate enough things yesterday. So we've got a bunch of stuff ready. Yesterday we made a ton of bookmarks, which I'm giving out at the book launch in an hour when we head over there, as well as my special little trivia thing. And basically this is like questions that have something to do with the book. And that way people get to know a little bit more about the book. Then they hand the quiz in, and twice in the evening we're going to be pulling some winners, and the winners get some fun prizes. So we've got a bunch of these earrings and charms, and inside the book I'm doing this little printout that has like the noise letter join up thing, and I think that'll be good. Yeah, I'm nerve-sighted. So Ulrika at Choklad för själen made these adorable mini brownies for people that came to the book launch. I loved them. Sometimes life is rough, but it's so amazing to get to celebrate something that has taken a lot of time and effort. And having a situation where you get all these different people from different aspects of your life together, and having something where your family can come and your friends can come and your kids' friends can come, it was really precious, and I love that we actually went through with it. It's one thing for me to say, you know, I really like this book, I had a fun time writing it, but getting to share it with the people that matter to me is really cool. Reading through the book, I'm like, dang, this is a good book. I like this book. And I hope that anybody that reads it can feel that and that they feel the same way. So that was really cool. And honestly, the setting could not have felt any better. It was the perfect size of people there and the perfect place to have it. I really recommend looking into what vibe you're going for if you're planning a book launch.
having it in a place that was really warm and cozy was something that was excellent for both me and the kids. And I mean, books were sold, fun was had, and everybody had a really good time. Being completely candid, I'm going to say that the downside, I don't know if it's a downside to self-publishing, is that you have to self-promote. And I find that really hard. In the end, nobody knows how hard I worked on this book better than me. So I have to be letting myself feel that it's okay to promote myself and work hard, because that's a valid act of self-love. It's time to pack up, which feels insane. We've had so many awesome people here tonight. It's been wonderful. Much fun has been had. So the launch was Thursday. This is Monday, and I've more or less been floored ever since. But I'm not bummed out. Like, of course, it's never fun to be in a flare, and it's now almost noon, and I just managed to get out of bed and put some clothes on because, you know, decency. This is Preptober, which means we've got the Rough Draft Challenge coming up. I have already started with the outline and started with some major plot points for book 2, and am getting super, super excited to write it. So I hope that you guys go check out the link. There's a link in the description if you do want to buy the book. And book 2 is on its way. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.